Hello again, everybody. This is Bob Delaney from Yankee Stadium. Well, we're just about set for the start of the second game. After a very exciting first game, which the Yankees won 2-1 in a great pitching duel and a home run hitting contest, as far as the scoring was concerned, the Yankees emerged victoriously 2-1, with Terry getting tremendous support from Roger Maris, who clutched two balls that appeared destined for home runs, and Mickey Mantle, who turned in a great play, as did catcher Blanchard. The Yankees playing great defensive baseball, truly backed up Ralph Terry in that one, with Terry doing very well in his own right. McBride pitched well for the Angels, but it wasn't his day. The Yankees are going with the same unit, with the exception of the catcher, who will be Elston Howard. Berra, playing both games of a doubleheader, something he hasn't been doing, at least in his catching days, but now that he's primarily an outfielder, Yogi is getting double duty on Sundays and doubleheader days. Young Roland Shelton, who has amazed everybody by his poise and by his pitching ability, regardless of the fact that he is with the Yankees after 1 year in D baseball. That is the bottom rung of the classification, as you know, of organized baseball. And it is a rarity indeed when a player makes the jump from D to the major leagues. It's usually a 3 or 4 year process. This boy apparently has that much on the ball. He has shown it so far that he can do what so few others have been able to do, make it one big jump. Gene Leake moving into the batter's box as we're just about set for the start of the second game. Mel Allen is at the throttle as Gene Leake steps to the batter's box. And we'll go over and pick up Mel in just a moment.
Right-hander Roland Sheldon, a 6'4", 185-pounder, delivers a fastball that's low, ball one. Nestor Shylock is back to the plate. Al Smith umpiring at first base. Bill McKinley at second, and Hank Storr at third. Red Crest coaching at third, and Bob Elliott at first. Sheldon swings to the windup, and the next pitch swung on and missed. Strike one. 1-1. That first game really was a crowd pleaser. It was tense and tight. And with all those exciting defensive plays, the crowd simply was delighted. Here's the next pitch. Swung on, hits the third, and off the glove of Boyer. Tubeck up with it, throws to first, and gets him. And a towel comes flying out of the Angels' dugout. Bill Rigney takes the towel and tosses it up in the air onto the back of the dugout, and some young fan grabs it. Just Rigney's way of saying, how much can luck go against you? It was a hard shot, deflected by Boyer Tubeck, who broke to the right to back up, grabbed it, and fired to first to get Leake. An assist for Boyer. 6-3 it went. 5-6-3. Lee Thomas up. Takes the curve over for a strike. Thomas batting .317. Rigg is a great guy, and he's a battler all the way. Here's the pitch. Low for a ball. 1-1. You know, you don't stay in this game if you don't care. And there are days your club plays great ball and things just go against you. As they did in the first game, the breaks went to one way. Now the 1-1 pitch on the way to Thomas. Curve inside, ball 2, 2-1. Breaks in the sense that while there were no runs scored on errors or any screwball things, yet there were some great defensive plays that robbed the Angels. Now the 2-1 pitch. The left-hand batter swings and lines it over second into right field for a base hit. Lee Thomas lines a single to right. Maris tosses back to Richardson. Thomas in the opener had 1 for 4. Now, Leon Wagner, batting .295, had 1 for 4 in the first game. He hit a good hard smash, too, to deep right in that opener. 1 on, 1 out. Sheldon to the stretch, checks the runner. And the pitch. Swung on, bounced toward Richardson. He whirls, throws to Kubek for 1, back to first, too late. But they got the front runner. Richardson had to go over to his left. Fielded the ball about 30 feet off the first baseline at the edge of the outfield grass, whirled and threw to knock off Thomas. Wagner beat the relay with plenty to spare. Now Ken Hunt, who in the 9th inning of the first game with 2 outs, lined a change of pace into the left field seats for a home run for the Angels run. Batting .290. Sheldon checks Wagner, throws over to first base. Ken Aspromonte is on deck. Sheldon to the stretch. And the pitch. In there, strike 1, 0-1. Ken Hunt and Lee Thomas, 2 outfielders of the Angels, formerly with the Yankees. The Yankees hated to part with either one of them, but sometimes you have to give up something good to get something that you need. Here's the delivery. Outside and high, ball 1, 1-1. Hunt was on the list of 15 that each team had to put out for the 2 new teams to select 7 men from. Well, Thomas was in the Duran, along with Duran, was in the deal for Clevenger. The 1-1 delivery on the way, and it's over. Strike 2, 1-2. Good fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now the pitch. Swung on. There's a soft line on a hop. Richardson flips to Kubek in time. It was an odd play. The ball was about a 3/4 speed liner to the right of second. Richardson had to break to his right, back up as he fielded the ball on the hop. And with Wagner, who was a good speed running, Richardson had to toss to the bag and Kubek, playing way over into the hole for the right-hand pull header, had a long way to come, and got there just in time to grab the ball ahead of Wagner. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. End of the first half, the first inning, Angels nothing, Yankees coming to bat.
Rum-de-I-um-de-I-O, oh, the stormy winds they do blow, oh, he's lost his mainsail in some violent gale, so it's make for the shoreline he rows, it's make for the shoreline he rows, then securing the boat with a line, he heads for the Valentine time, he can be of good cheer with Valentine dear, so sunny and mellow it glows, so sunny and mellow he knows, that to be crisp, a beer must be icily light, with 2 lager flavors precisely right. Lively, golden, crystally clear, the crisp refresher, Valentine beer.
Last half the first inning. Clayton Boyer leading off. Tony Kubek on deck and Roger Maris to follow. Eli Gerber, former Yankee, swings to the windup. Around comes the right arm. The pitch is swung on and fouled off upstairs out of play. Strike 1. Monsieur Boyer hitting .228. Boyer, nothing for 4 in the opener. Ralph Howard hoped he could hit about .250. If he hits .250, he'll take that for the fielding. Pitch is high and inside. Ball 1, 1-1. Eli Vowelus Gerber won 5 and lost 4. 14th appearance. All but 3 as a starter. He comes in with a curve that's high inside, ball 2. The 6'2", 200-pounder from Chicago, 27 years old, was another that the Yankees had to put on that list. They would like to have kept Eli. So when you pick 15 men off a roster to put on for other clubs to select their 7th from, put certain ones on and just take a chance. The 2-1 pitch, swung on, fouled off upstairs, strike 2, 2-2. For example, they would have liked to have kept Bobby Shantz, but when you have to give up men, there are many considerations. One was age, and the fact that Bobby had chronic arm trouble, but they would have liked to have kept him, used him in spots as they had before. The 2-2 pitch, swung on, a ground ball hits the second. That's Tremonti up with it, throws on to Bilko, and he loses the ball. The throw was there. Bilko reached up, about head high, and hit on the heel of his glove and skipped on by. Guerra is charged. We'll wait to see. I believe it's Bilko. Yes. Somehow he lost sight of the ball. By the way, I don't think that happened here, but every once in a while a fielder will throw, but in a hurry or something, and the ball will take off. It's like a pitcher throwing a ball. If you throw hard, it'll sink or dart or dip. But there it seemed like it's just a routine thing. Tony Kubek up, batting .316. Hitless in the opener in 4 trips. The pitch is high outside. Second hitless day for Kubek. Hitless game, I should say, after 19 consecutive games in which he batted safely. Gerber to the stretch, throws over to first, Boyer's back. Gerber again ready. Another throw over, and that one was almost thrown away. In fact, it did get away from Bilko, but it hit Boyer in the seat. Oh, man. Boyer's sprinted, but he asked for time and sort of walked around a little. He may have to eat dinner tonight standing up. He's walking around. How about that? All right, we're ready to continue. Gerber all set, and the pitch to Kubek is in there for a strike, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. High outside, ball 2, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Gerber got an exchange of baseballs. He had one, he got the other, he caught with the glove with his right hand and threw the other one back left-handed. All right, we're all set, and the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, bounce toward third, and ball off Leak's glove. There goes Boyer around second on the way to third. He slides in. There goes Boyer, Kubek rather, down to second. And the ball was handled by Hamlin in short left. So here you had an odd play. Kubek bounced ball off the glove of Leak. They charge him with an error. Could have been scored either way. He stuck his glove out, and it tipped off the end of the glove, deflected in behind Hamlin. Boyer spurted on to third. Hamlin recovered through on to third, although had no chance to get Boyer, and Kubek took second on that throw, beating the throw back to second base. So 2 errors. And here's Roger Maris, hitting .228. The pitch is swung on and foul tipped, strike one. Maris was held hitless until the 8th inning of the first game. He had 1 for 4. But he took 2 home runs away defensively. You should have seen the catch, one catch he made particularly, and the one that Mantle made. Runners on second and third. Gerber to the windup and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2, 0-2. Set him a slow curve. They've been throwing Maris and Mantle out of off-speed pitches today. No balls, 2 strikes. The windup and the pitch. Swung on and popped up into the air toward third. Leak and foul ground is under it and makes the catch. Maris fouls out to third. Mickey Mantle batting .305 steps up. He had 1 for 4 in the opener. Yogi Berra on deck. Now, Bill Rigney says something to power something out. Don't give him anything good to hit at. You got a base open. Try to make him bite at a bad pitch. Boyer on third, Kubek on second, 1 out. No score, first inning. Gerber to the windup and the pitch to Mantle. Swung on. Here's the drive to deep right center. Boy, is that one way up there. Into the third deck. The first pitch into the third deck in right field. His 18th home run of the year, tying him for the Major League lead. And 44 runs batted in. 3-0 New York. Yogi Berra. Yogi takes it high for a ball. Mantle hit one off Gerber here. In fact, hit 2 off Gerber here on April the 20th. Yogi swings and hits a high pop-up toward third. Leak is under it, and in foul ground makes the catch. He had 2 home runs off Gerber on April 20th. Here's Bill Skowron, batting .275. Now the Yankees have hit homers in 21 out of the last 22 games. The pitch to the Moose swung on and popped foul off first. Bilko over, but can't get it out of play. The delivery. Fouled over to the Yankee dugout on a check swing. Jack Reed over in the corner motions to Moose and pointed out to the outfield. Hit it out that way. No balls, 2 strikes. Gerber to the windup and the pitch. Curveball over, called strike 3. Eli Gerber, the victim of some loose defensive play that set it up for Mantle's prodigious blast in the third deck. 3 runs, 1 hit, 2 errors, and no one left on. At the end of the first inning, New York 3, Los Angeles nothing. Boston beat Minnesota 8-2. Schwal beat Ramos. Schwal's undefeated. think he's 5-0. Cornelius relieved in the 7th. Ramos Beluser placed in Palmquist in relief. Allison, homer for Minnesota. Budden hit a pair for the Red Sox. Malzone was 2 on. Jensen 2 on. Second game, Kralik and Cisco. New guy the Red Sox got. The Cisco kid. That's got to happen. You know that. Baltimore beat Chicago 8-2. Estrada pitched the 3-hitter. Ballman the loser. Larson relieved in the 8th. Philly homered. Second game, it'll be Pierce against Barber. The Washington Senators 5, Detroit Tigers 4. They're playing tonight. Gabriel relieved McLean in the 8th. Woodishick for Detroit. Fox, Casale, and Aguirre in relief. Green homer for Washington. Colavito got his 17th. Cash hit a pair. One of them over the right field roof, clearing everything. And Cleveland won the first game from Kansas City 7-3. Dick Sigmund, the winner in relief of Antonelli in the 6th. Walker started for the A's. We never get which one was the losing pitcher, Archer or Staley in the 7th. Kirkland homered for Cleveland, and Esigian hit a pair. One was 1 on, one was 2 on. Second game, 1-0 Cleveland, end of an inning, Grant and Rakow. We'll give you the National League in a moment. Right now, second inning. Rocky Bridges up in place of Aspromonte. Rocky Bridges is batting for Ken Aspromonte. We'll try to find out why. Ken didn't seem to be involved in any situation. Right now, the pitch to Rocky swung on and fouled back. The only thing Aspromonte was involved in the first inning was his throw to first base, which Bilko lost. Walker, we found out, was the losing pitcher for the A's in that first game. Now the delivery to Bridges. Swung on, bounced to short. Tubeck up with it on a nice hop. Throws to the Moose in time. The Rocky Bridges, who played the first game and was 1 for 3, batted for Aspromonte. We'll try to find out what happened to Aspromonte. Meantime, the fans boo Bilko as he comes up. There's a poor guy who has had a rough time making it big in the majors. Made it real big in the minors. And as nice a guy as you ever want to meet. You know, the guy is trying. He may have the pitch to Bilko in there for a strike. If a guy didn't try, I guess he had reason. But I'll say this, the man tried. The next delivery in there, strike 2, 0-2. Bilko batting .264. Great big fella. I tell you, if he ever gets over one, he can ride him. Now the 2-strike pitch. Swung on, line foul down the right field line, out of play. Bilko was quite a home run hitter in the minors. Sheldon's pitch, swung on, hit sharply to third, grabbed by Boyer back to the third near the line, the throw to first in time. 3-0 New York, second inning, 2 outs. Now Ed Sadowski's coming up. Bilko, for example, in the minors had these home run years. 29, 20, 34, or Rochester now, as you move to AAA. He had 21 homers with the Cardinals in 1953. Then with Los Angeles in the Coast League, 37, 55, and 56. The pitch to Sadowski is in there for a strike. Sadowski batting .273. The right-hand batter takes this one in tight for a ball, 1-1. Ed Sadowski. selected by the Angels off the Red Sox list. He's one of those Sadowski brothers, you know. They're playing pro ball. The 1-1 pitch. Inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Roland Sheldon's pitch is low outside. Ball 3, 3-1. The report from the Angels dressing room is that Ken Aspromonte suffered a slight sprain in the lower area of his back in the first game. Tried to go in the second and had to retire after the first inning. 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Full count now, 3-2. You know, if Sheldon, who won 15 and lost 1 last year with Auburn in a Class D league and didn't even pitch the whole season, should really make it this year, really call him the Woodstock Wonder or the new Connecticut Yankee. The 3-2 pitch is inside for ball 4, and Sadowski walks. Here's Ken Hamlin with the A's last year, batting 156. I still can't get over that first game. Some people always ask you, of all the years of watching baseball, don't you sometimes get tired of it? Never. Each game's a different story. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 1. Actually, it's a great study in human nature. You know these ball players, and you know them on all teams. You have more friends on other teams than you have on the one club you follow all year. You know them all. Here's the delivery. It's in there for a strike, 1-1. You don't get to see them as often, but enough to chat with them. Maybe that's why you get to know some of them even better, because you have to sit down and talk things over more often, because you see them less often. The 1-1 delivery to Hamlin. Swung on, line to the right field between first and second to right. Maris up the ball, throws back in to Richardson. Stopping at second is Sadowski. So with 2 outs, a walk and a single, puts the Angels in position, and Eli Gerber comes up, 2 for 24. A hard swinging pitcher. I saw him put one in the seats out here. 3-0 New York, second inning. 2 on, 2 out. Sheldon into the stretch. And the pitch. Swung on, grounded foul down the third base line. Strike 1. You know how you can tell when a man may be looking for a fastball? They talk about hitters being guess hitters. Now, here was a curve, which is slower. And Gerber was way out in front. So he was looking at the fastball. He started to swing with emotion to time it. Sadowski on second, Hamlin on first. Sheldon ready. The right-hander pitches. Curve is swung on and grounded foul again back to third. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners lead away from first and second. And the pitch. It's inside. Ball 1, 1-2. Gene Leake on deck. Eli guarding that plate. Swings that bat all right up there. Sadowski moves off second. Hamlin off first. And the pitch. It misses. Ball 2. Threw him a slow curve. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Sheldon ready. And the pitch is swung on and popped foul upstairs. Count remains 2-2. Eli, as they know, has already had 1 homer this year. Sheldon's trying to be careful with him. Men aboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on. And the pitch. It's low, ball 3, 3-2. Thus, after retiring the first 2 men, Sheldon walks Sadowski, nicked for a single by Hamlin, and has a full count on the pitcher. After he had him no balls, 2 strikes. Thus, Sadowski on second and Hamlin on first will be off for the pitch. Stretched by Sheldon. There go the runners, and the pitch is low, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. And up comes Gene Leake. Leake was out in the first inning when his bouncer was deflected off Boyer's glove to Kubek. Now Ralph Houck has come off the bench and has signaled the bullpen. And Tex Clevenger's going back to Jim Hegan. The tide turns swiftly. More cliches. The calm before the storm. Sadowski on third, Hamlin on second, Gerba on first, 2 away. The windup. Here's the pitch to the right-hand batter, swung on and fouled off. Out of play to the right of the plate, strike 1. One thing when you're in competition, there's no soft spots. You can't let up. 3 men laid away. The windup. Here's the pitch to Gene Leake. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Nothing in 2. That's why you young fellas playing Little League ball or Babe Ruth League or American Legion, wherever you're playing, give it all you got. All the time. Later you might learn how to pace yourself in situations. 3 men aboard. Sadowski, Hamlin, and Gerba lead away. Here's the pitch, and Gene Leake takes it high and inside. Ball 1, 1-2. Clevenger warming up. Sadowski leads off third, Hamlin off second, Gerba off first. 3-0 New York, second inning. The windup. Around comes the right arm. Here's the pitch, and it is swung on and fouled off to the left of the plate. Count remains 1-2. Third base coach Red Kress has it. Tosses it back to rookie Roland Sheldon. Side of the Yukon. Yukon is short for University of Connecticut. Sadowski off third, Hamlin off second, Gerba off first. The windup. Here's the pitch, and Gene Leake swings and fouls, and it's held on to by Howard. He fouled it, and here comes Rigney out of the dugout. He fouled it, but Howard held on to the ball, and he called him out. Now Rigney is arguing with Shylock. As the ball hits the ground, Shylock said, no, I got around there, and he held on to it. Ellie had the mitt on the ground and the ball in the mitt. Leake strikes out. Side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 3 men left on. Red Crest is arguing with Nestor Shylock. And the score at the end of an inning and a half, Yankees 3, the Angels nothing.
To be crisp, a beer must be icily light. Ooh, icily light. With true lager flavor, precisely right. Ooh, precisely right. Lively golden, crisply clear, the crisp refresher. Crisp refresher, Valentine beer.
Pleasure is the purpose of the crisp refresher. Your first swallow and everyone to follow is light and crisp and golden. So pour pleasure. Pour today's Valentine.
So tap your hands, tap your feet, snap your fingers, and ask the man for Valentine, the crisp refresher, Valentine beer.
Since 1840,
America's finest.
In the last half of the second inning, it'll be Howard, Richardson, and Sheldon. We pause quickly for station identification.
Quality Modern Radio, 1460 on your dial. This is WOKO, Albany, New York. The time is 28 and a half minutes to 6.
Bill Rigney had quite a set-to with Nestor Shylock. Now, Shylock just warned him, pointing the finger at him, as Howard steps up to lead off in the last of the second. Eli Gerber to the windup, and the pitch to Howard, curve over, strike one. Howard hitting .364. Ellie arrested in the first game. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Outside, ball one, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is swung on and fouled off to the left of the plate. Strike 2, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball is hit off to Rocky Bridges. He's up with it, flips on to Bilko, 1 away. Bridges replaced Aston Montes, you know. Bobby Richardson hitting .234 coming up. Gerber into the windup, and the pitch to Bobby's a curve over, strike 1. Next delivery, fastball is lined out in the center for a base hit. Ken Hunt crosses back into Bridges, and Bobby's on with a single to center. He had 1 for 3 in the first game, a double. Here's Roland Sheldon coming up. If any of you folks who may be driving along now, or may have been somewhere where you didn't hear, the Yankees won the opener 2-1. Berra hit 2 homers. Ken Hunt hit 1. With spectacular fielding catches by Mantle and Maris. The pitch to Sheldon, bunted in the air, grabbed by Gerber, throws to first. Too late. Bridges got over. Richardson got back in time. Close. But on the attempted sacrifice, Sheldon popped to Gerber. Bunts in the air, the pitcher grabs it. Richardson reacted quickly and hit the dirt and got back there to avoid being doubled up. Ken Boyer comes to bat. Fleet Boyer. Always gets the children in my family mixed up. Fleet Boyer. Safe on an error in the first inning. Throw to first, and Richardson slides back into first base safely. Gerber pitches. There goes the runner. Fluffing breaks the second. Pitch was missed on the swing, and Bobby goes back to first. I thought Bobby was going, to tell you the truth. He's a mighty fine actor, that boy. No balls, one strike. Throw to first, Bobby's back. Again the stretch, check to the runner. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. 0-2. 3-0 New York. It's the second inning. Indians out in front of the A's 1-0 at the end of 2 innings of the second game after having taken the opener 7-3. They've been playing the best ball in the major leagues record-wise. Gerber set and the pitch. Curveball is hit up into the air in the left center. Hunt moves under it and makes the catch, and the side's retired. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. At the end of 2 innings, the Yankees, 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on. Los Angeles, no runs, 2 hits, 2 errors, and 4 men left on. Night game tomorrow night at 8 o'clock to wind up the current homestand. We didn't give you the National League a while ago, did we? Los Angeles 1, Philadelphia 0, end of 2. Koufax and Mahaffey, single game. Pittsburgh 7, San Francisco 2 at the end of 5 innings, single game. Law for the Pirates, Lowe started for the Giants, Cephalo in the second, Odell in the fourth. Home runs, Burgess, Skinner, and Nelson all in the third inning. Cincinnati beat St. Louis 6-2, 6-11-0 to 2-8-0. Hunt all the way to win. Sadecki the loser. Peacock and Miller in relief. Flashing game, Freeze with 2 on. Homering for the Reds, Warwick for the Cardinals. Second game, Cincinnati, St. Louis scoreless at the end of 2, Perky and Brolio. Milwaukee beat Chicago in the first game, 8-4, 8-11-1, 4-8-1. 1 hits and errors. Willie, Brunette, McMahon, Spahn in the 8th, the winner. Braves got 4 in the 9th to win it. Spahn's 295th win. Ellsworth for the Cubs, Hobby in the 7th, Schaffernoff in the 7th, Schaffernoff the loser, Elston in the 9th, Schultz in the 9th. And Spahn, who went into relief, got a 3-run homer in the 9th inning. We're ready for the third of the second game, third inning of the second game. The Yankees won the opener 2-1. Lead 3-0 in the second game. Lee Thomas up. Sheldon's pitch is inside. Ball 1. Boston beat Minnesota 8-2. 1-0 Red Sox, end of an inning. Second game. Baltimore beat Chicago 8-2. Second game just beginning. The 1-0 pitch to Thomas. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Cleveland beat Kansas City 7-3. Indians lead 1-0 end of 2 of the second. And Washington beat Detroit 7-4 in the first game. The 1-1 pitch swung on and grounded foul down the first baseline. Lee Thomas single to right, batting .324. It was a good deal for the Angels, and they got him from the Yanks along with Duran. The 1-2 pitch. Right in there for call strike 3 as rookie Roland Sheldon powered it over the inside corner, letter high. Leon Wagner grounded to second in the first inning. The Yanks and the Angels both have earned their pay this week. This is the Angels' fifth doubleheader since last Sunday, and the Yankees' third since Monday. They're not complaining. I'm just explaining. Here's the pitch to Wagner. Outside, ball one. I've always had an idea that each ball club ought to have a chaplain. The 1-0 delivery. Low, ball two. You know how it was in the Army. Guys start to do something. Go tell your chaplain. I tell you, they were wonderful. Wonderful people, of course. But, I mean, you know, the things that they could do for you when you're in service. The things they can do for you now. The things that all of us need for them to help us do now, too. Here's the pitch to Wagner. Swung on to high fly ball into center. Mantle moves over, still moving with it a little bit to left center and makes the catch. 2 outs. And here is Ken Hunt. Grounded to second in the first inning. I've always liked this fellow. A good fielder, good strong arm, got a lot of power. The book on him was, though, that in the major leagues that he might be vulnerable to right-hand pitching. And I just see Roy Hamey and Hank Greenberg move back into the official box. Apparently they've been off talking a little. The delivery swung on and fouled back into the mezzanine. Strike one. Roy Hamey and Hank Greenberg over there talking. We may trade Rizzuto for Billy Pierce. Or Ralph Tanner, is it? I don't know. We may trade us both, Phil. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch to Hunt. Swung on. There's a fly ball into left center on a half swing. And Mantle makes the catch. Phil, did you see that? He checked his swing and hit the ball way out to left center. Phil said he saw. He doesn't have a microphone up there. I'm relaying this. See anything through those spyglasses? What is this, espionage? Field glasses, sorry. At the end of 2.5 innings, Yankees 3, the Angels nothing.
C-R-I-S-T. The crisp refresher. 2 sweet crisp, a beer must be icily light. The crisp refresher is icily light. With true lager flavor, precisely right. The crisp refresher, precisely right. Lively golden, crystally clear. The crisp refresher, Valentine dear.
With your first swallow and everyone to follow, today's Valentine delivers a sunny, mellow taste that really refreshes. Since people know quality when they taste it, over 5 million glasses of Valentine beer are enjoyed every day.
So clap your hands, tap your feet, snap your fingers. And that's the man for Valentine, the crisp refresher. Valentine beer.
Since 1840,
America's finest.
Tony Kubek up for New York, Maris on deck, and Mantle to follow. Here's Kubek. Eli Gerber pitching. And the delivery is in there for a strike. Tony was safe on an error in the first inning. This game of baseball, he had 19 straight games, and then he hit less than 2 straight games. Failed to hit in the first inning in this game. Next pitch is high and inside. Ball 1, 1-1. That's why they talk about it being a game of percentage. Things generally will even up over a season. And now the 1-1 pitch on the way. Swung on, the ground ball hit out to Bridges. At second, he's up with it, throws on to first in time. 1 away in the third. Roger Maris fouled out to third in the first inning. Batting .228. Dubek .316. Gerber's pitch is outside. Ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. The right-hander's next delivery, swung on. There's a drive to deep right field. It may go all the way. It is going, gone. Number 19 for Roger Maris. And his 46th run batted in, and Mickey greets him at home plate. Mantle had just tied him for the Major League lead a moment ago with a 3-run homer in the first inning, and Maris goes ahead here in the third. Mantle and Maris. Dial M for murder. Here's Mickey. Gerber's pitch on the way. Inside, ball one. Pitch is low inside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 pitch. It's inside. Ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Now the 3-0 delivery. It's over. Strike one. 3-1. 4-0 New York. Third inning. Mantle batting .308. Gerber's 3-1 pitch. High for ball 4. Mickey walks. Pitch to Barber, swung on, a ground ball hit to Bridges. He throws to Hamlin for 1, back to first, too late. Yogi beats the relay. Mantle took himself up a little, sliding into second. Force out at second of Mantle by Barber. Mick slid on his bad right knee. You can see it's dirty all around that area. I think that's bothering him. Here's the Moose. Took a third strike in the first inning. Takes it low outside now for a ball. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Eli Gerber's pitch to Moose is low outside for a ball. The 3-0 pitch. Hit low, ball 4, and Skowron walks. Barber moving to second. Elston Howard coming up. You know, starting with last Monday, Maris has had 4, 5, 6 hits. From last Monday through this moment, Maris has had 6 hits. 4 of them have been homers. So he's been going for all or nothing at all, as it were. Elston Howard. Right-hand batter. Curveball over, strike 1. Mantl's had 10 hits in that same time and 4 of them homers. Here's the delivery. Swung on and hit up into the air in the center. Fly ball to Ken Hunt. Deep center. He makes the catch, and the side's retired. 1 run on Maris' homer. 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on at the end of 3 innings. New York, 4 runs, 3 hits, no errors. 3 left on. Angels, no runs, 2 hits, 2 errors, and 4 left on. The Yankees won the first game 2-1. Night game tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Ted Bozefield, the left-hander, gives the Yankees a lot of trouble, will be working against them. And then the Yanks will be gone until the 30th of June. Boston beat Minnesota 8-2 and lead 2-0 end of 2 innings of the second game. Baltimore beat Chicago 8-2. Chicago leads 4-0, 10 to the first inning of the second game. Washington beats Detroit 7-4. Second game just about to begin. Cleveland beat Kansas City 7-3. The second game, Cleveland leads 1-0 and the 3.5 innings. National League, Philadelphia 3, Los Angeles 1, end of 3 innings. Pittsburgh 7, San Francisco 2, end of 5 innings. Cincinnati 6, St. Louis 2 in the first game. Cincinnati 2, St. Louis nothing at the end of 2.5 innings of the second. Milwaukee beat Chicago 8-4. Second game just getting underway. Bill Rizzuto will be coming over in a moment. As of this moment, the Yankees are just half game out of second place and 2 out of first. So, hope we see you out here tomorrow night at 8. We're going to move over now to the TV side. And Phil Rizzuto is putting down his spyglasses. You know, I always say that once in a while instead of field glasses. Here he is. Here's the Scooters. Okay, Mel.
Rocky Bridges lines a single to left center field on the first pitch from Roland Sheldon. Mantle over to his right, up with it. And Rocky's on with a single. That's the 3rd hit off Sheldon. Brings up Big Steve Bilko. Bounced to 3rd in the second inning. Yankees 4 and the Angels nothing in the top of the 4th inning. Pitch to Bilko is a foul back of the plate, strike 1. Curran holding first against Bridges. On deck is Ed Sadowski, the catcher. Bilko takes the pitch inside, 1-1. Yankees won the first game 2-1 on home runs, and 2 home runs have accounted for all 4 Yankee runs in this second game. 3-run homer by Mantle, a solo homer by Maris. Inside ball 2, 2-1. Here's the stretch by Sheldon. His pitch is swung at and missed, strike 2. Sheldon threw the fastball right on by him. 2 on Bilko. Nobody out here in the top of the 4th. Sheldon comes in with a curve, and it's foul tipped off the mask of Elston Howard. Bridges leading off first base. Pitch to Bilko is fouled back off the roof and down on the lower seat. Count holds it 2-2. Again, Sheldon sets. Curve is hit on the ground in a hole. A base hit to left field. Bridges stops at second base. And the Angels have runners now at first and second with nobody out here in the top of the 4th. Hit number 4 off Sheldon. Roland got that curve a little high. And Bilko was able to pull it between Boyer and Kubek. Sadowski, the catcher, walked in the second inning. Right-hand hitter. Runners lead off first and second. Pitch to Sadowski is fouled, and Elston Howard right under it. Look out for the mask, and he almost tripped over the mask, making the play one away. Brings up Ken Hamlin, who sliced a single to right field in the second inning. Rocky Bridges, who singled down at second, and Steve Bilko, who singled is at first. One away. Pitch to Hamlin is in there. Strike called. Hamlin broke into the big leagues with the Kansas City A's. Here's the stretch by Sheldon. His fastball is hit to right field in the corner. Maris going over. He can't get it. It bounces fair and into the stands. A ground rule double. It's a ground rule double. Bridges will score. Bridges will score. Bilko goes to third. Hamlin to second. And it's a 4-1 ball game. He hit that fastball off his fist. It just hit either on the foul line or just inside the foul line. It was very close and then kicked into the stand. There was a little confusion at first. Rocky Bridges thought that first base umpire, Al Smith, had signaled foul and started to cut across the diamond and go back to second. Bilko stopped halfway between second and third, and Hamlin stopped after he rounded first. But it's a double, and Eli Gerber is due to be the next batter. We'll wait and see what Bill Rigney does. And Albie Pearson is coming up to bat for Gerber. Albie Pearson, who pinch hit in the first game and flied out to center field, is coming up to bat. Pearson batting .267. Runners at second and third with one out. The Yankees leading 4-1. Pearson steps into the batter's box. Boyer is in at third. Kubek, Richardson, and Skowron are playing back. Sheldon into the windup. Pitch to Pearson is low, ball one. Sheldon's next delivery is low, ball 2, 2-0. Pearson chokes up on the bat. Clouds the plate. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Outside, ball 3. 3-0. Now the 3-0 pitch. It's in there for call strike 1, 3-1. Sheldon checks the sign from Howard. Runners lead off second and third. 3-1 pitch. Low, ball 4. He walked him and the bases are loaded. And this is the second time in the ball game that Gene Leake is coming up with the bases loaded. In the second inning, with 3 on and 2 out, he struck out. There's one away this time. New York leading 4-1. Leake is 0 for 2. Sheldon pitching from a full windup. His curve is hit foul outside of third, strike 1. Ralph Terry went all the way in the first game as the Yankees defeated Los Angeles 2-1. Thomas is on deck. Curve swung at and missed, strike 2. Nothing in 2 on Leake. The 2-strike pitch. Strike 3 swinging through the fastball right by him. Twice Gene Leake has struck out with the bases loaded. And here's Thomas, who singled to right in the first inning, called out on strikes in the third. Three strikeouts and 3 walks by Roland Sheldon. Pitch to Thomas is a curve hit foul outside of first, strike 1. All 3 runners leading away. Fastball fouled in the upper deck and back of third. Nothing in 2 on Thomas. So Sheldon has quickly gotten ahead of the last 2 hitters who are up there with the bases loaded. On deck, Leon Wagner. The 2-strike pitch inside, ball 1. That's the type pitch that Thomas was called out on last time with 2 strikes on him. Sheldon came in tight, but the ball nicked the inside corner. One ball, 2 strikes to count. Here's the windup. Curve inside. He started a swing, held up just in time. 2-2. tough pitch to lay off. Broke down in under the knees. Ready now for the 2-2 delivery. Curve hit, foul outside of first. Holds it 2-2. Once again, the 2-2 pitch. High inside, ball 3, and it's a full count. 3-2. Now all 3 runners will be going. Pearson at first, Hamlin at second, and Bilko at third will be off with the pitch. Sheldon looking in to see if he should take the full windup or pitch from a stretch delivery. And Houck says, any way you'd rather do it. Houck is leaving it up to Sheldon, and Sheldon looks like he's going to take his full windup. Gets the sign from Howard. Here's the windup. All 3 runners are going. The pitch is fouled back in the upper deck, and we've got to do it all over again. The start that Pearson is getting from first, he could conceivably score on a long single. But he is practically to second base by the time the ball gets to the plate. Here's the windup. There they go. The pitch. Ground ball to first base. Gowan is up with it. Flips to Sheldon in time to get Sammers. So Roland gets out of another jam, and for the Angels in the top of the 4th, no runs. Rather, 1 run. Check that. On 3 base hits. No Yankee errors and 3 men left. The score at the end of 3.5 innings, the Yankees 4 and the Angels 1.
The crisp refreshers, icily nice. The crisp refresher, precisely right. Lively golden, crystally clear. The crisp refresher. Valentine, Valentine. Valentine, Valentine, dear. Everybody clap your hands, tap your feet. Snap your fingers, and that's the man for Valentine. The crisp refresher, diddly-doo, Valentine, Valentine. Sing it again, oh Valentine, Valentine. Crisp refresher.
On for the Angels, so we'll pause now for station identification.
This is Quality Modern Radio, 1460 on your dial, WOKO, Albany, New York. WOKO time, 8 minutes past 6.
Johnny James, an old buddy of ours, is out on the mound for the Angels. Taking over for Eli Gerber. Gerber worked 3 innings. He allowed 3 base hits. Walked 2, struck out 1, and allowed 4 runs. The official paid attendance today, 37,378, and the total, including servicemen, 38,100. Johnny James, 5'10" and 160 pounds, from Pacific Palisades, California. This is his 14th appearance of the year. He has won none and lost 1, and this is his first appearance against the Yankees. One year, Johnny was up with New York and won 5 and lost 1. Bobby Richardson, who singled to center field in the 2nd inning, leads off against James here in the bottom of the 4th. A little right-hander ready. Pitch to Richardson as a curve outside, ball 1. Fastball low. Ball 2. 2-0. High fly to right center. Ken Hunt moving to his left. Flips the glasses down. Under it. And he's got it for the first out. It'll bring up Roland Sheldon, who, in attempting to sacrifice in the second inning, popped the ball back to the pitcher Gerber on a fly. Sheldon has not been quite as sharp today as he has in the past, so he's gotten out of the jam, allowing just 1 run. Pitch to Sheldon is over, strike call. On deck, Clete Boyer. Curve is foul back of the plate. 0-2. Two-strike pitch. Curve hangs inside. Ball 1. Curve hit down to third. Lee coming in up with it. Fires to Bilko for the out. Two-way. Here's Clete Boyer. Reached on an error in the first inning. Fly to center in the second. Clete's looking for his first hit of the day. Boyer takes the change-up low. Ball 1. Fastball hit on the ground. Riches to his right and back a second up with a throws to Bilko in time for the out. So the Yankees go down in order in the bottom of the fourth against Johnny James, who came in to relieve Gerber. Nothing across. The score at the end of 4 full innings. New York 4 runs, 3 hits, no errors. The Angels 1 run on 5 hits and 2 errors.
And this is Bob Delaney, and we're on the go again with the rest of the ball game, brought to you by the Atlantic Refining Company and your neighborhood Atlantic dealers, who offer you Atlantic Imperial, the gasoline that cleans your carburetor and keeps it clean. The Yankees lead as we go to the top of the 5th inning. This young Roland Shelton weathered a serious storm in the top of the 4th inning, showing his poise and mettle with the bases loaded, 1 out, and getting out of the inning without any further damage. The Yankees won the opener 2-1 behind the pitching of Ralph Terry and great defensive play by the Yankee outfield, particularly on the part of Roger Maris, who made 2 great catches, both depriving Los Angeles of home runs, and Mickey Mantle, who made a spectacular catch, robbing the Angels of another triple. Leon Wagner leads off as we go to the top of the 5th inning. The Yankees leading 4-1. Fly ball to center straight away, and Mantle is there to make the catch for out number 1.
Now Hunt is advancing to the plate. Then the Yankees' 4th run was added when Maris hit number 19, well back in the right field stand. James has just got a run in the 4th on 3 hits
Sheldon got out of it, had the bases loaded, one out. Van Leek and got Thomas on a play at first base, in which Sheldon made the put out. Punch kick low outside, ball one. Hunt to go for two. Second game. Red Press pushing down to third. Bob Elliott pushing at first. Curveball swung on, hit off the end of the bat, down to first. It's a fair ball. He hits first base, bounces to Sheldon, who tosses it to Sean for the out. Boom. Boy, that young pitcher was over there, and good that he was. Otherwise, it would have been a base hit. You see, every bit of every base is in fair ground. So if you have a batted ball that hits the base, such as first to third, you know it is fair. This one, Sean was on the bag trying to reach for it. It got under his glove and hit first base and ricocheted about 15 feet toward second. But Sheldon, who was coming over to be of any help possible, picked it up, didn't have time to get it out of his glove, and just tossed it out of his glove to Scowen, and they just got it. And that is toward the pitcher to the first baseman, as the bag itself does not get an official assist, although it was very definitely a physical part of the play. Sheldon made the play by being over there. Now, many times you'll see pitchers not get off the mound and go over toward first base, and then a play happens and it's too late. This kid is twice been over there. He was over there to get Thomas and get out of the fourth inning. Now he's pitching 1-1, two Bridges, who takes the curve low outside, ball two. Astamati played an inning of the second game and had to give way. He hurt himself late in the first game. Bridges played shortstop in the first game. Oh, well, there's another birthday bulletin up there on the scoreboard. Happy birthday, first base umpire Al Smith. Well, the millennium has arrived, and certainly the umpires are being given such attention. It was announced in the first game that this is also the birthday of co-owner Dan Topping. The 3-1 pitch to Bridges is a call, second strike. 3-2. The Angels caps have a little halo right around the top. I wonder if the fans in the stands all know what that little white trim is. They had to foul back. They've just turned the lights on to diminish the shadow pattern. Where the second baseman stands and all of right and center field are still in sun. The rest is shadow. 3-2 pitch again, low, ball four, and Bridges goes to first. This is the fourth walk given up by Sheldon. Now we have Big Steve Bilko, 240 pounds. His career pattern is a ferocious minor league slugger. Never quite so dangerous up here, either in the National League or in this league. He was with the Court last year. Swings to the curve, fouls it off. We have new ownership for the Chicago White Sox. In case you missed the morning paper. Bill Beck's health has forced him to step out of baseball actively. We certainly wish him well. He's had a terrible time. There's a fastball over, strike two. Beck, as a Marine, hurt his right foot. In fact, he got smashed and was then had to be amputated in World War II. Then there's been just one additional amputation operation following another. He is on his way back to the Mayo Clinic. Hank Greenberg is here. He's sitting over with Del Webb, two Yankee owners, and Roy Hamey, Jack White, Dan Topping Jr. Two-strike pitch. Over. He side-armed him, and Bilko caught Topping, took the third strike. Nice kid hanging in there.
So the score in the 4.5, second game. The Yankees 4, the Angels 1. The Yankees took the first game 2-1.
You like the difference, or we'll pay the difference. Atlantic Imperial, the quality gasoline that cleans your carburetor as you drive and keeps it clean, is now backed by the Clean Carburetor Test. Take it, and without risking an extra penny, discover yourself the wonderful difference a clean carburetor makes in your car's performance. Ask your Atlantic dealer for a receipt with each purchase of Atlantic Imperial. After using 100 gallons of this fine gasoline, if you're not satisfied that it gives you less stalling, smoother idling, generally better performance, just mail the receipt to Atlantic. We'll refund the difference in cost between 100 gallons of Atlantic Imperial and the same amount of regular gasoline. You're the judge. You'll like the difference Atlantic Imperial makes, or we'll pay the difference.
Tony Kubek, he has been stalled since the start of yesterday's ball game. Streak was ended after 19 straight games. Tony's 0 for 2 in the second one. He was stopped in the first game today. Relief pitcher Johnny James, former Yankee, gives him a curveball low inside, ball 1. To get back to the story about the Chicago White Sox and the big change, there's a curve low inside, ball 2. So, there were 3 in Lazette, and they all sold out to a third, including Greenberg. And Hank was made general manager in complete charge. From the tape on the paper this morning. First thing he did was a 4-for-4 swap with Kansas City. Let's see now if I can recollect these players. Chicago sent Staley and Straw. Fine young outfielder named Johnson. There's a pitch low, ball 4, and Tony gets on with a walk. Start off matters in the last of the 5th inning. And they sent outfielder Covington, whom they had recently gotten from Milwaukee, to Kansas City in return for Herbert. Andy Carey, our old friend, whom they wanted to play third base, had a problem there. They had to play outfield Ralph Smith there since J.C. Martin couldn't do it, rookie. Marriott is up there at the plate. And in addition to Carey and Herbert, Pulasic and Don Lawson went to Chicago. Go to first, nothing doing. Maris banged his 19th home run in the 3rd inning. The Yankees 4th. James in position delivers, and Roger takes low inside. Ball 2. Maris caught 2 home run balls in the first, and he hit 1 in the second. And in essence, that's what he's done. Big crowd. There's a pitch high inside. Ball 3. 37,378 paid. Give the Yankees now at-home paid for the season, $427,174. Night game with the Angels tomorrow night. Pitch is over for a strike, and it is 3-1 to Maris. Outfield well toward right, of course. Kubek at first from the walk. A curve is popped up to third base, and it is caught just in foul ground. Maris is actually trying to get back to avoid an inside pitch. So James got quite a break. Now we have Mantle. Made that tremendous catch off Yost in the first game, and then hit the home run on the third deck for the first 3 runs in the first inning of the second game. The bulletin on the scoreboard is reminding these over 38,000 people at the stadium today of the big day at the stadium for this year. That's Old Timers Day. The former star, Brooklyn Dodgers, New York Giants, Yankees, here before the regular game with Baltimore, July 29. Mantle swinging late, hits the ball foul in the left field stand. He's batting left-handed against James. No balls, 1 strike.
Strike one pitch in the dirt. Ball one. The ball is blocked nicely by catcher Ed Sadowski. James relieving. Gerber was victimized by going infield. Had to give way for a pinch hitter. Bill towards first, Bridges at second. Hamlin, fellow plays shortstop for the Athletics last year. Short, and third baseman is Leach as a foul back. 1-2. Leon Wagner, left field. Ken Hunt is in center. Leroy Thomas in right. The center and right fielders, former Yankees. James taking the sign from Sadowski. Delivers. Mantle swinging, grounds his foul outside first, back of the coacher, Wally Moses. Cazzetti pushing over at third. One down, last of the fifth. James pitches, and it's high outside. Ball two. Fastball. 2-2. The Yankees, in winning the first one, did not gain on Saban as the Indians beat Kansas City in the first one out there, 7-3. Second game is tied 1-1. Same played at Cleveland. Detroit got hurt. They lost the game to both Cleveland and New York. When Washington beat them 7-4 in the opener. And Washington is holding them scoreless in the 2 innings in the second. Baltimore beat the White Sox 8-2 the first, but Chicago at the end of 2 is leading 5-0 in the second. 3-2 pitch, 2 back goes. There's 12 strikes to Mantle as the throw down to second base. It gets through into center field, and 2 back gets up and lopes over to third base ahead of Hunt's throw. So we'll check the scoring. Stolen base to account for 2 back reaching second. The error starts to the catcher for his throw to account for Tony going to third. Mantle struck out. They have 2 gone, and here's Barber. Hit 2 home runs. And as the Yankees won the first game 2-1, they were rather important. Pitch on the outside, ball 1. Back to third, 2 down. James delivers, and Barber hits a high fly ball out to Hunt. In left center field, he's coming in under now and makes the grab for the third out. And that's that. No runs, no hits, 1 left, 1 error. End of 5 in the second game for the Yankees, 4-3-0. For the Angels, 1-5-3. First game won by New York, 2-1. Now, before we do another thing, we'll pause for station identification.
Thank you, Red. This is Quality Modern Radio, 1460 on your dial. WOKO, Albany, New York. WOKO time is 28 and a half minutes past 6.
Well, let's fill you in on some scores. Over in the National League, single game out of Los Angeles, the Phillies 3 and the Dodgers 2 in the last half of the fifth. Speaking of Hank Greenberg, the new general manager in authority now for the White Sox, he is just leaving the Yankee official box, where Del Webb, Roy Heyman, Jeff White, Van Topping Jr. At the end of 8 innings, it is Pittsburgh 7 and San Francisco 4. First game of a doubleheader, Cincinnati won at St. Louis 6-2. The Reds are leading 2-1 in the last of the fifth of the second. First of a doubleheader, Milwaukee was 4 in the ninth, won at Chicago 8-4. End of 2 in the second, it is Chicago 3, Milwaukee nothing. Kansas City has just come up with a run in the fifth inning of the second game to get even with Cleveland, and now make it the end of 5 at the 1-1 tie. Sadowski, the catcher, is first to face Sheldon as we move into the sixth inning here at the stadium. Takes the pitch outside, ball 1. He's a small right-hand batter. This is the fellow who was with the Red Sox in 1960. After around toward left. Sheldon, tall right-hander, breaks the let-up serve over. Ball strike. In the 3, the White Sox are now leading in Baltimore in the second game 7-0. A ball is pointed up toward third. It goes foul. He had caught Boyer deep, too. I'm sad to report. One ball, 2 strikes. Stella playing both games in left field. Mantle in center. Harrison right. Pitch. Strike 3 called. That was again that move from by way of third base and hitting the outside corner of the plate on the right-hand hitter. This is Ronald's 5th strikeout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he has used that strikeout to very telling effect. Got himself out of 2 big jams with it. Well, here is shortstop Ken Hamlin, who is 2 for 2. Takes a strike over. Nothing in white. Hamlin stepping in, tilts the bat. Ball will go outside, 1-1. Ball and a strike. They're not playing in the full. Outfield back into right. Pitch is over for second strike. Sheldon is beginning to side on some of these right-hand hitters. One-two pitch, an overhand curve, and in the dirt. 2-2. Maybe go ahead and cut up for the side on, came the other way. Speaking of right-hand pitchers, side-arming right-hand hitters, I'll tell you a fellow who used to really do it. Mr. Ewell Blackwell before he hurt his arm. 2-2 pitch, swung on, hit right back to the mound. That was a variation to the side arm. He had him slightly off balance, but 2 down. Sheldon to Cowan. Now waiting for relief pitcher James, and there he comes. Batter. Yankees leading in the second, 4-1. Took a thrilling first game. 2-1. James touching misses, strike one. High slider. State attendance 37,378. Fastball is low. 1-1. On the strike. Pitch. Low. Ball 2. here tomorrow night, and then the Yankees are gone for the rest of the month. Getting back tonight of Friday, June 30th, with Washington. Hey, that coverage been a surprise, hasn't it? 2-1 pitch, swung on, fouled off, 2-2. When the Yankees come back, it'll be Friday night, July 5 and 6. 2-2 pitch. Strike three call. An overhand fastball just right down in there. 6 strikeouts.
In a few thousand miles of everyday driving, Atlantic Imperial washes this carburetor dirt harmlessly away, and continued use will keep new deposits from forming. Get ready for vacation time now. Join the millions of car owners from New England to Florida who are using Atlantic Imperial. Remember, Atlantic Imperial is the quality gasoline that cleans your carburetor as you drive and keeps it clean.
First pitcher Johnny James came on 2 innings ago after starter Eli Gerber had given way for a hitter. The Moose struck out against Gerber and walked. Go for 1. Finger above a curveball. Strike 1. John, you're seeing a lot of curves these days. Well, they're throwing him one curveball after another. Fastball swung on and hit slowly up toward third. There is the play made by Gene Leake just in time. So the Moose is up. 1 up, 1 away. The pitchers for tomorrow night's game will be Stafford, who's really come into his own for New York, and for the Angel kid, Rosefield. Left-hander used to be the Red Sox. There's Howard taking a high inside curve. Ball 1. Elston hit a ground to the second in the second inning and a fly ball to center in the third. Howard, slightly overly closed stance, takes a low outside curve. Ball 2. Elston has changed his hitting this year. Instead of just trying to hit the ball out of the ballpark, he was just trying to meet the ball. The result has been this very high batting percentage. There's a high foul ball coming down close in the first base stands and back in 3 rows. Soto was over. Take a look. 2-1. One strike. That's a little to the left on Elston. Takes a high outside curve. Ball 3, so he's got the count back his way. 3-1. A ball is bounced back to the mound. Nice stop by James. Throw over to Bill Cole, and we have 2 down. Two out. Bobby Richardson singled to center in the second inning and hit a fly ball to center in the fourth. 1-2. Fastball from James inside. Ball 1. Swung on, lined in the hole between short and third. Hamlin stopped it on the first bounce, but can't even make a play. So it is a base hit for Richardson. A nice stop by the shortstop. The ball looked, when it was struck, to be going surely into left field. So this gives Barber 2 for 3. Hit number 4 for the Yankees. And Pitcher Sheldon now marching up with a stick in his hand. Yankees leading 4-1. Ground ball to first baseman Gotall. Picks it up on the short hop, steps on the bag for the out.
runs, 1 hit. Scored at the end of 6. For the Yankees, 4 runs, 4 hits and no errors. And for the Angels, 1 run, 5 hits and 3 errors. It's been a home run day for the Yankees again. Barber hit 2 home runs for all the scoring in the first game. Mantle hit a home run with 2 on for the first 3, and then Maris hit his 19th after Mickey had hit his 18th for time. Maris hit his in the 3rd inning. As soon as he could get up after Mantle hit his. Angels hit tomorrow night. They're going to start left-hander Boasfield against one of the Yankees' young right-handers, Bill Stafford. Now let's see about other games. If you just set the radio on. The Red Sox won the first from Minnesota 8-2. Minnesota leads 6-3 after 5 in the second. Orioles beat the White Sox 8-2 in the first, and at the end of 3, it is Chicago 7, Baltimore nothing in the second. First game, Washington won at Detroit 7-4, and that cost Detroit a game to both Cleveland and the Yankees. Second game, Detroit is leading 1-0 at the end of 3. Cleveland won its first game to stay 2 ahead of New York, 7-3. Man, those Indians are hot, aren't they? Look at all the winning the Yankees have done all this week, and they've only gained 1 game on Cleveland. The second game at the end of 6, Cleveland leading Kansas City 3-1. However, let me tell you something. All the doubleheaders Kansas City has played this year, they've lost the first game of every one and they've won the second game of every one. But Cleveland is going to try to do something about it. National League end of 5. Single game, Los Angeles 4, Philadelphia 3. Single game, Pittsburgh has beaten San Francisco 8-4. Now we have Gene Leake, the third baseman, first up, and takes the curve for a call strike in the 7th inning. Cincinnati beat the Cardinals in the first game 6-2, and they are 2-2 at the end of 5 in the second. Milwaukee won Chicago 8-4, first one, and the Cubs lead 3-1 in the 3 in the second. They're up to date. There's a high fly ball out to right center field. Mantle comes loping over, has it, 1 away. There's Lee Thomas, who went from the Yankees to the Angels in the serve deal. The Yankees got served and Clevenger, remember? Dillon went out there, and Rigney has now turned him into a starting pitcher. Of course, Rigney's going to have to pitch anybody who can throw the ball. Thomas left-hand hitter. On this trip, the Angels are playing 27 games in 20 days. And this is their 5th doubleheader since Sunday, and they got 2 more coming up in Chicago, Tuesday and Wednesday. They swing and a miss with a curveball, 1-1. You know, if you are battling for first place and you've got a man who can really relieve, he is then too valuable to start. Because you want him in that bullpen day after day. Curveball swung on, and there's a high fly out to Maris in short right. No, Richardson is backing out. And Maris runs him off. Maris wouldn't quit and hollered, and Richardson ducked out of the way. So Maris took it. 2 down. But then if you're a second division ball club and you need pitching, you can't afford to be too choosy about the bullpen. You got to get those horses there at the starting gate. Here is Leon Wagner. In the first 2 series of the Yankees, he simply wore him out, had 9 hits. They have had him under control today. He's only had 1 hit, a single. Takes the curve now for a call strike. Left-hand batter. Bats with his hands spread. There's about an inch of daylight between them. Hand with his back. Tell me that's the way Ty Cobb used to hit. Curve is low. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1. That feels toward right on Leon, who swings, tries to uppercut a curveball. Strike 2. He's a big, vigorous moving fellow, first-year man. Richardson is, who plays the deep second base, is out on the right field grass, over halfway to first. There's a high fly ball along the left field line. Boyer's going back. The ball is coming down in foul ground, and Boyer makes the catch, hits the stands, and still holds it. That's twice he's hit that rail back there. In the first game, he hit it fruitlessly. This time, he stays with it. We're out number 3, and the Yankee fielding continues to simply be superb. If it isn't one fellow, it's another. And the score ended 6.5. Second game, the Yankees 4, and the Angels 1.
Right now, from New England to Florida, drivers are making the Atlantic Imperial Clean Carburetor test. And it's not costing them an extra penny to learn how Atlantic Imperial gasoline can improve car performance. Now, this is a test any driver can make, and it's so easy. All you do is drive with Atlantic Imperial gasoline for just 100 gallons. Have your Atlantic dealer give you a receipt for each purchase. Because if you're not satisfied after 100 gallons of Atlantic Imperial that your car idles smoother, stalls less frequently, generally performs better, send those receipts to the Atlantic Refining Company, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They'll refund the average difference between 100 gallons of Atlantic Imperial and regular gasoline. Discover the difference a clean carburetor makes with Atlantic Clean Carburetor Test.
For the Angels is Bilko, Bridges, Hamlin, Meek in the infield. It's a fine outfield of Wagner, Hunt, and Thomas. Sadowski catching. Relief pitcher James delivers. Fastball over for the strike. Paid crowd today, 37,378. Curve is hit down the right field corner. There's Thomas coming over, and the ball is out of play in the stand. Thomas is making sure. Two strikes. Chalak back at the plate. Al Smith umpiring at first base on his best day. McKinley at second. Storr at third. Two-strike pitch is an inside curve high. All right. One ball, two strikes. He swings at a low outside hook, and he's fanned. Second strikeout for James. The Yankee runs, the 4 runs, are charged to Gerber, but only the 4th. Norris's home run is an earned run. Gerber's infield had been reasonably sound. He'd have started the first inning retiring 1-2-3. Instead of that, he was tossed 3 runs. Kubek takes the call strike. Tony went through 19 straight games hitting safely once or more. Then they've had the rope on him yesterday and all day today. Strike one pitch. Change of pace high outside. 1-1. Ball and strike. Wow, end of 6 innings. Cleveland 3, Kansas City 1. I'm about to be convinced that Mr. Dykes and his little Indians aren't fooling. Curve is hit foul, softly, outside first base. Got out ahead of it. Strike 2. The Yankees are going to find out next week when they get out to Cleveland. And all of the games on this long road trip, friends, will be brought to you on WCBS Radio, 880 on your dial. Tony strikes out, going out after a high slider. So James strikes that first Boyer, now Kubek. I guess Tony's wondering where all those hits I used to be getting. Now here's Marriage. Had a sensational day. Took 2 home runs away from the Angels in the first game. And hit a home run for the Yankees' 4th run in the 3rd inning. Takes a change of pace outside. It's a real slow ball. Ball 1.
2 out, last of the 7th. That's a very trim, athletic figure. Swings as a high drive going out to right field. It's gone again. 20. Has he come with a rush? 20 home runs. And he's hit 17 in his last 25 games. In his last 26 games. There's Mantle swinging and missing. Mickey cuts, misses again. Third into his hand. No balls, 2 strikes. James delivers strike 3. Mantle strikes out on an outside slider. So, the 20th home run for Maris. Score at the end of 7. The Yankees 5. The Angels 1. The first game went to New York. 2-1 on Barber's 2 home runs.
Remember, keep on the go with new Atlantic Imperial, the gasoline that cleans your carburetor as you drive and keeps it clean.
Now we'll get Rizzuto in here. Still, all the Yankee runs are home runs, huh? That's right, Red, in both games. The long ball is paying off for the Yankees. But besides that, they're getting tremendous defense and real outstanding pitching. I don't know how you can beat that combination. A quick look at the scoreboard. Boston defeated Minnesota 8-2 in the first game. The Twins lead 6-3 at the end of 6 of the second. Baltimore beat the White Sox 8-2 the first game, and the White Sox lead 7-0 at the end of 3 of the second. Washington beat Detroit 7-4 the first game. Detroit leads 1-0 at the end of 3.5 of the second. Cleveland won the first game 7-3, and lead in the second game, Cleveland 3, Kansas City 1 at the end of 6.5. In the National League, the Los Angeles Dodgers lead the Phillies 4-3 at the end of 6. Pittsburgh defeated the Giants 8-4. Cincinnati took the first game from St. Louis 6-2. The second one is tied up 2-2 at the end of 5.5. Milwaukee beat the Cubs 8-4 the first game, and the Cubs lead 3-1 at the end of 3.5 of the second. Ken Hunt leads off for the Angels here in the top of the 8th. Hunt bounced to second, flying to center, and hit back to the box. On deck, Rocky Bridges with Steve Bilko to follow. Roland Sheldon sends in a curve, foul back, strike 1. And Bob Delaney from the home of Champions Network gets a souvenir. Ground ball. Boyer dives up with it, throws from a kneeling position. In time for the out. Holy cow, a typical Fleet boy to play as he dove to his right and flat on his stomach backhanded the ball, got up to a kneeling position and threw across the diamond from deep third base to scoring against Ken Hunt. Oh, boy. And Bill Wrigley threw the towel up in the air again. This defense, along with the home run hitting, getting the Yankees down today. Here's Rocky Bridges. Takes the fastball, low, ball 1. Bridges bounced to short, single. He has scored the only run for the Angels, and then he walked. He's 1 for 2. Fantastic plays that Boyer makes. Fastball away. Ball 2-2-0. Roger Maris, 2 homers today, gives him 20 on the year.
Mantle's one homer gives him 18. Rocky Colavito hit one today. He's got 17. Rocky takes the strike right down the middle. 2-1. Pitch hit on the ground is short. Kubek is up with it. A throw to Skowron. He's out of there. 2-away. Here's Steve Bilko. Bounced to third, singled, and struck out. 2-away here in the top of the eighth. Nobody on. Pitch to Bilko. It's lined to left center field. That's a base hit. Yogi going to his left. Can't get it. It's rolling to the wall. Bilko around first, digging for second. He's around second, going to third, as Yogi's having trouble picking up the ball. And Bilko is in at third with a triple. Boy, he hit that one. A low line drive. And skipped past Burrow like a bullet. That's the sixth hit off Sheldon. Sadowski is due to be the next batter. Let's see, Earl Averill is coming up to bat for Sadowski. And Averill will undoubtedly remain in the game to do the catching. 5-1, the Yankees lead. For Bilko, his first triple of the year. Caught the first game and was 0 for 3. Right-hand hitting catcher. Curve is fouled back off the top of the upper deck and down below. Almost hit a kid on the head. One strike on Averill. One strike curveball is low, 1-1. Steve Bilko at third base. 1-1 curve in the dirt, ball 2. 2-1. The Angels are out hitting the Yankees 6-5, but the Yankees lead 5-1. Sheldon's 2-1 pitch is hit right at Bobby Richardson. A soft line drive to the second baseman. For the Angels, in the top of the eighth, no runs, 1 hit, no Yankee errors, 1 man left. Score at the end of 7.5. The Yankees 5, Los Angeles 1.
Is your car a late model or a veteran of the highway? Well, whatever its type or year, believe me, it'll perform better when the carburetor's clean. And now you can clean the carburetor of your car as you drive, just by using Atlantic Imperial gasoline regularly. You see, Atlantic Imperial gasoline was especially designed to remove harmful dirt deposits that form in the carburetors of practically all cars on the lower walls around the throttle plate. In time, these deposits can cause rough idling, frequent stalling, gasoline waste. But Atlantic Imperial washes them harmlessly away, generally in just a few thousand miles. I hope you'll use Atlantic Imperial in your car. It's the quality gasoline that cleans your carburetor as you drive and keeps it clean.
we start, the bottom of the eighth, we'll pause for station identification.
This is Quality Modern Radio, WOKO, Albany, New York. It's 1 minute past 7.
Yogi Berra leads off for the Yankees. Earl Averill stays in to do the catching. Yogi's 0 for 3 in the second game, but in the first game, he was all the Yankee offense. 2 hits, 2 homers. The Yankees won it 2-1. Johnny James ready. Pitch to Yogi. Popped in the air alongside the third. Gene Leake in foul territory under it, and he's got it for the first out. Yogi's first ball swinging. Fouls out the third. That'll probably be the end of the day for Yogi. I imagine Jack Reed will go in and play defensive left field in the last inning. Here's the Moose. Struck out, walked, bounced to third. Pitch to Scarron is a curve that gets away from Averill, rolls back to the screen. Ball 1. Curve inside this time. Ball 2. 2-0. Johnny James comes in with a changeup. It's over. Strike called. 2-1. Fastball is inside. Ball 3. 3-1 on the Moose. 1 out, nobody on. Pitch is swung at it. Missed. Strike 2. High fastball. Moose tried to hit the right field. Here's the payoff pitch to Scarron. Ground ball fair. He leaked up with it and back of third. The long throw. In time to get Scarron. 2-way. Here's Elston Howard, who's 0 for 3 today. Bounced to second, fly to center, hit back to the box. Johnny James ready. His first pitch to Howard is a foul back out of play right to Bob Delaney. Delaney's playing it cagey. He waits till it hits the wall, then he picks it up. Two for two for the Home of Champions Network. All the kids are yelling for the ball. There's a foul over in the Angel dugout. And Packy McFarland gives it to the littlest boy there. So sometimes it pays to be little. Here's a 2-strike pitch to Howard. A little bit low, ball 1. Wind up by James. Sidearm curve is outside. 2-2. Change up on the 2-2 pitch. Hit to the box. Johnny James up with it. Over to Bilko for the out. Nothing across for the Yankees in the bottom of the eighth to score at the end of the eighth full inning. New York 5, Los Angeles 1. Take a final look at the scoreboard. The Red Sox defeated Minnesota 8-2 in the first game. Schwal, the winner, Ramos, the loser. Allison homered for Minnesota. Budden at 2 for the Red Sox, along with Malzone and Jensen. In the second game, it's Minnesota 6, Boston 3 at the end of 6.5. Lee against Shallot. Allison and Killebrew have homered in that game. Baltimore beat the White Sox 8-2 the first game. Estrada all the way the winner. 3-hitter, Bauman the loser. Philly homered. In the second game, it's the White Sox 7, Baltimore nothing at the end of 6. Pierce against Hoppett. Washington beat Detroit in the first game 7-4. McLean, the winner, would have shipped the loser. Green homer for the Senators. Colavito had 1, his 17th, and Norm Cash had 2, his 15th and his 16th. His homer goes over the roof of the stadium out in Detroit. In the second game, Detroit's leading 1-0 at the end of 3.5, but it's raining out there now, and time is called. It's Sturdivant against Bruce. Kaline homes in the third. Cleveland defeated Kansas City 7-3 the first game. Stegman and released the winner. Archer the loser. Kirkland homered in the second. Ephesian had 2, 1 in the seventh, 1 in the eighth. Cleveland leads the second game 3-1 at the end of 7. Bass against Allen. Kirkland homered in the sixth with a man on. In the National League, Phillies at Los Angeles, the Dodgers are leading 5-3 at the end of 7. Lehman against Koufax. Wall, and Roseboro have homered. Pittsburgh beat the Giants 8-4. Law the winner, Lowe's the loser. Burgess, Skinner, Nelson, and Matty Alou homered. Cincinnati beat the Cardinals 6-2. Hunt the winner, Sadecki the loser. Blasingame, Freeze, and Warwick homered. And the second game is St. Louis 3, Cincinnati 2 at the end of 6.5. Perky against Rolio. Milwaukee beat the Cubs 8-4 the first game. Spahn the winner, his 295th. Chapinot the loser, and Spahn homered in the ninth with 2 on. Cubs lead the second game 5-1 at the end of 4.5. Raymond against Curtis. Elston Howard arguing on the first pitch to Ken Hamlin, the shortstop, as Nestor Shalak called it a ball. Ellie gave him a little bit of an argument. One ball, no strikes on Hamlin. Hamlin singled, doubled, and hit back to the box. Driven in the only run for the Angels. Sheldon's pitch is low, ball 2. Fastball is low, ball 3, 3-0. Johnny James is scheduled to be the next batter. But this is the top of the ninth, and Bill Rigney will be going to his bench. 3-0 pitch is over, strike call. Eddie Yost on deck now to bat for Johnny James. 3-1 on Hamlin. Three-one pitch is low and away, ball 4. Hamlin gets a base on balls. That's the 5th walk given up by Sheldon. And it brings up Eddie Yost. Eddie batting 140. Played the first game at third base for the Angels and was 0 for 3. Had a base on balls. Eddie led off in the first game, fouled off about 10 pitches. There for 10 minutes before grounding back to the box. Sheldon stretches. Curve outside, ball 1. And now Yost is going down and talk with Red Crest, the third base coach. Ken Hamlin at first base with nobody out here on the top of the ninth. The Yankees lead 5-1. New York won the first game 2-1. Fastball is low, ball 2, 2-0. Sheldon doesn't seem to be throwing hard right now. Ralph out standing on the steps of the Yankee dugout. We've got action in the Yankee bullpen. 2-0 pitch. Strikes on the outside corner. 2-1. Pitch. Inside, ball 3. 3-1. Louis Arroyo. It's Arroyo time at Yankee Stadium, just about. Kids are sailing airplanes down. They're really flying. Pitch is outside, ball 4, and here comes Ralph Houk. 6 walks. Sheldon has allowed 6 hits, 6 walks. He's had 6 strikeouts. The Angels have only been able to get 1 run, as Roland has been tough in the clutch. And Sheldon is out of there. That's all for Roland, as he pitches a total of 8 innings. Pitched to 2 men here in the ninth, didn't get them out. Told you 6 hits, 6 walks, 6 strikeouts. 1 run scored off him so far. Yost at first and Hamlin at second. Should they score, will be charged to Sheldon. Bill Rigney now walking out of the Los Angeles dugout. And he's going to have a little talk with Gene Leach. Leach was up in the right side place with the bases loaded. He struck out both times. He also bounced to short and flying to center. And Louis Arroyo is coming on. Louis is making his 22nd appearance of the year for the Yankees. He's won 2 and lost 2. He last relieved against Kansas City. Pitched 3 1/3 innings, gave up 2 hits, didn't walk anybody, struck out 2, allowed 1 run. And Arroyo was the winning pitcher in that ball game. So Louis will be coming on, ready to pitch to the top of the Angels' batting order here in the top of the ninth. Roland Sheldon leads. And the youngsters are doing a creditable job. Louis must have a rubber arm the way he comes in and out of there to pitch. Blessed with extra good control. Not real fast, but he mixes up his speed and his pitches. Manlin Barber having a little chat in short left center field. All right, Louis ready. Gene Leach steps in. Runners leading off first and second. Louis into the stretch position. The first pitch is outside, ball 1. On deck, Lee Thomas. Fastball is over. Strike called 1-1. Louis ready. Ground ball hit the short. Kubek to Richardson for 1. Back to first. Double play. And that Yankee defense comes through again. And Gene Leake has had a rough afternoon here in his second game at Yankee Stadium. Moving to third on the play was Ken Hamlin that brings up Lee Thomas. Single, struck out, bounced to first, and fly to right field. The Royals can throw more double play balls up to that plate. Lets that sinker down low, and it's tough to lift it up in the air. Now Louis takes the full windup. Pitch to Thomas, outside, ball one. Fastball is over. Strike one, 1-1. And a miss. Strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Thomas went after a low breaking pitch. Ball, 2-strike pitch, just outside, 2-2. Now the 2-2 delivery. A high fly to the infield. This should be it. Tony Kubek moving in under it and makes the catch with Boyer standing right alongside of him. So the Yankees win a doubleheader today. Second game, 5-1. And while we get the totals ready.
Ball games brought to you by the Atlantic Refining Company and your neighborhood Atlantic dealer, the folks who keep your car on the go.
5 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 5 men left. For the Angels, 1 run, 6 hits, 3 errors, and 9 men left. The winning pitcher, Roland Sheldon, he's 1-3, lost 2. The losing pitcher, Eli Gerber, 1-5 and lost 5. And the Yankees have won 10 of their last 11.
Well, that winds up another Atlantic baseball broadcast, but tune in for more baseball listening tomorrow night at 7:55 when the Angels and the Yankees meet in the final game of the series. Now, this is Bob Delaney speaking for Packy McFarland, saying that's all for now from the Atlantic Refining Company and P. Valentine and Sons, brewers of the crisp refresher, Valentine Beer. The Yankees win a pair, 2-1 and 5-1, and this is the Home of Champions Network.